What's up? My name is Justin, and today we're going to be learning how to play Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. The song is in the key of F sharp minor, and it's about 169 BPM in the verse, and then it fluctuates a little to about 165, 166 or so in the choruses. All right, let's dive into it. So for the first verse, we have a really simple palm muted part. We're just underscoring the chord changes. And tone-wise, I have a medium gain, kind of Marshall stack sound going. The part starts on the 9th fret of the A string, walking down to the 7th for E, then down again to the 5th for D, and then we're gonna end on this D flat, which is the 4th fret of the A string. Sounds like this. At the top of the first chorus, there's a little percussive part. It happens real quick. You'll hear it go like da-da-dun. And it's a little difficult to tell. You could hit all three. You could just hit the tail two. In the cover, I think I just hit the tail two. It's really gonna be as simple as. So all I'm doing is muting the strings and I'm raking across it. 3 strums. So for the chorus part, we want a cleaner tone and a little bit of delay and reverb and a little bit of distortion. I actually changed the amp, so I'm using an AC30 style amp now. And what the lead guitar is doing, based off what I could tell from her SNL performance, it's going along with the chord changes. So we have, you know, D to A to E, F sharp, E, back to D again. So we're gonna do D up here. It's like taking the D major bar chord right here, and then we're just gonna isolate the last 3 strings. So you'll have 7th fret of the G, have 7th fret of the B, and the 5th fret of the E. So you can have, then up to A. So the A major triad's the same shape as a D chord. Right here, we're just gonna move it all the way up here. So we have an A. So real quick, also G, B, and E strings. We have 9th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret. So, and then we're gonna go to an E major right here. So it's the same shape as that D major from before, just moved up a whole step. So we have 9th fret of G, 9th fret of B, and 7th fret of the E. And now here's the fun part. There's like a little lick that the guitarist was doing. I'm not quite sure if this is actually in the track, but it sounds good. It's and then you restart. So all I'm doing is moving my pinky up to the 10th fret and then back down to the 9th from that E position. So together we have. Then we have the interlude. It happens a few different times in the song. You'll hear it. It's cool. It's just bar chords, simple. It's gonna actually be an F sharp major this time around. So we'll have E, B, super simple. For the second verse, I actually brought a little bit of my own flavor to the mix and added my own parts. So you'll hear it has a little bit of break and then it comes in on a snare hit. So I hit the F sharp minor triad with that snare hit. It's just something like da na 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 na. And yeah, so what that is just like this, the F sharp minor chord, bar chord, right? We're just gonna do the last 3 strings again. So we have 11th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret. Good for you, da-na-da-na-na-na-na. And then for the second half, I actually just mimicked her melody up here. These are gonna be our 3 notes. It's also kind of that A major triad. A lot of that triad stuff going on here. So yeah, so we start here. This is the 14th fret of the G string, 14th fret of the B string, and then the 12th fret of the B string. So that first part is like this. So I like to hit it with a big reverb, and it gives it a really cool percussive sound. All right, and so from here, you're gonna jump to slide from the 14th fret of the B up to the 17th fret, and then back to the 14th. So like. And then when she goes, what the What's up with that? That part. Those were not the right notes, but you get the idea. I do a bend, so I'm here in the F sharp minor pentatonic area, and so I'm gonna actually just do a bend here, a unison bend. So this is the 16th fret of the G, and then the 14th fret of the B, and we're gonna bend up till they're the same note, and then 16th fret, 14th fret, and that's it. So like, and yeah, I usually just slide down at the end. The second half of verse 2 is the exact same as verse 1. You're just gonna do that palm mute again. And then I added this at the end. I doubled her melody instead of continuing the palm mute. You could totally just continue the palm mute. So what I did is this. And what that is it's kind of like a dyad, not Star Wars dyad, but so I'm hitting the root note here. This is the D on the 5th fret of the A string, and then all the way over here with my pinky, I'm grabbing the 3rd. So I'm grabbing that F sharp on the 7th fret of the B string, and I lay my first finger flat just to mute all these strings in the middle, and I grab this, right? And I'm gonna move this shape around the whole way. So we're gonna move it up a whole step, right here. So we're gonna have 7 and 9, back to the same place, 5 and 7, and then down a half step. Yeah, so then you're gonna have 6 and, sorry, you're gonna have 4 and 6. So we have, one more time. The solo section of the song, you're just gonna want a cool chorus sound, a little bit of drive, reverb, delay, make it really big, U2 edge. You'll hear this part, it occurs every chorus. In the second half of the chorus, I just played it only during like the instrumental break just to get, you know, to put a little more emphasis on it, but you could totally hop on that part, it's really cool. Yeah, we're just gonna be doing the back half of this A major bar chord, right? So we have the 6th fret and the 7th fret of the G, and then the 5th fret of the E. Slide, and then pick those 2 notes again. And then the second half of it is we're gonna add in the 5th fret of the B string. So we have, so, yep, the speed would be like. Then we're gonna slide up, same shape, we're just going up a whole step. So the 9th and the 7th fret now, we have, so. And then up here, bass out of this A major triad, we're gonna have, and that's just 10th fret of the B, 12th fret of the B, back to the 10th, and then the 9th fret of the G. So together we'll have, and you just jump back into it. The second time only has a minor variation, so the second time will sound like this. We're gonna hammer on a full step up, so from 9 on the G to 11, that F sharp. The bridge of this song has a couple different parts going on. I just grabbed the chords, so just like what we're doing in the verses, I'm hitting the root notes. We have a new chord added though, so we have F sharp minor, E, B. So you'll hear it, it kind of does. Then we're gonna start opening it up. So I add the 5th back, so these power chord shapes, so we have. Sounds like there's a double hit at the end. Live, they kind of did a whole chorus of just. Then we hit the post-chorus break, which is all acoustic guitar, but I just kept strumming on my guitar and used like a filter effect to keep it really gritty and bright. And that's really easy. It's just the chords, so D, A, E, and then the outro of the song is really easy. We're just doing single notes. Give it your grungiest tone yet. So it's just straight ahead. Those are all the parts for Good For You. Be sure to check out my cover video to practice along with the track and all these parts. Let me know if you want to see a video about tone. I'd love to get into how I did it. I actually did all direct guitar for this, so very easy. You don't need a ton of expensive things. I'm using like a $150 plugin, and I think it sounds pretty cool. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.